It was only a matter of time before we would hear the Russia did it narrative for the pipe bombs that are being sent out to a lot of the globalist elite, Hollywood actors. Everyone has one thing in common. They're pretty much anti-Trump. Anti-Trump neoliberal globalists, I would say, but the mainstream media is presenting them as anti-Trump. And of course, they're laying a lot of the blame on Trump. But we finally heard the Russia did it narrative. And it came from perhaps one of the dumbest guys on mainstream media, and that is Chuck Todd of NBC. And Chuck Todd, during his show, threw out the idea that Russia was behind the pipe bombs that are being sent out in order to see dissent. And let me read you the best description of the irresponsible and stupid comments made by Chuck Todd, who calls himself a journalist. These were made by Joe Loria from Consortium News. Here's what Joe Loria had to say about Chuck Todd's comments. This is about as irresponsible as a so-called journalist can get to say without a shred of evidence that a foreign government attempted to assassinate 2 former presidents, a former Secretary of State, and 2 congresswomen. Talk about inflammatory language. This is far more incendiary on a global scale than anything inflammatory Trump has said about the press or Democrats. All right, everyone. Here's Chuck Todd putting the blame of the pipe bombs on Russia. He throws it out there. I don't even think his panelists took it seriously. But once again, you need an idiot to spread false narratives and propaganda like this, and Chuck Todd is a willing idiot. Anyway, if you like the video, guys, click on the subscribe button down below and click on the notifications bell to get notifications every time we push out a new video. And visit the Duran shop, pick up a t-shirt, help support the Duran, and donate to our PayPal and Patreon pages in the description down below.
Right-wingers don't do this. It's only left-wingers that plant bombs. It's not a tactic of the right. And, I mean, whether it's Timothy McVeigh or the killing of Judge Vance, there are so many examples of how it goes on both sides.
Eric Robert Rudolph.
There's crazy people on all sides. But they tell this to their people, and they believe it. And it's sort of like it's almost of a piece with the pre-existing condition lie. It's a lie that is so big, and it is. I don't like Nazi comparisons. I'm not comparing Trump to Hitler, but Goebbels called it the big lie. You just tell a lie as big as you can because you know that a lot of people are going to believe it.
This feels like a spot. I have this fear that it could be some Russian operation, too, designed to do what's happening now. More of this, you know, and so in some ways we shouldn't rule out.
I mean, I'm just saying it's a very strange moment, and we have no idea where it comes from.
All right, I want to talk about the political impact of this later in the show, so you guys are going to stick around to talk about that up ahead.